Bear with me one sec. Let me just sort that noise issue. That should make things a little better. How are we doing? Welcome in, ladies and gents. It is James here once again from Lockdown Lumber. Yes, you find us once again within the confines of the workshop. Yeah, lots going on today. I don't want to get the reason I've got the camera angled like this because I don't really want to give too much away. Today we are going to be working more on the coasters. When I get home. Sorry, read a message there at the same time as speaking out loud. 1 minute. Yes, we better doing this actually. Oh, there we are. Oh, right. Okay, less distracted. Right, so what we are working on today, thank you very much for those who have joined us. Let me just sort out this noise again. Need a pen. Yeah, stick it with Right, anyway, I'm with you now. So yeah, oh wow, there's quite a few of you in here in a minute. So what we are working on today is, for those who have missed, we have turned these nice little bit of pallet wood into these, and then from that point we made these, and then sanded down. We then got to this. So what's going to happen today is we are working on the coasters, and eventually, once it's all done and said, today we should hopefully be at this stage. This is where we want to be as soon as possible. Hopefully in the next couple of hours we should be at this stage. Alright, so for those who don't know, my name is James. This is Lockdown Lumber. What we do is we turn pallet wood into nice and fancy things. So if you are interested in any of the sort of stuff that we have made in the past, thank you very much for whoever just gave us a thumbs up. Much appreciated. If you are interested in anything that we've made in the past, let us know and I'll get some stuff out. You can have a look, see what we've made. Or what you can do, even better, is subscribe to the channel and ding dong the bell so you do not miss when we upload it again. And you can also check out things that we have just made. We have just wrapped up a coffee table project for myself, and it looks fantastic, if I do say so myself. But if this is your sort of thing, please, as I say, hit the subscribe button, ding dong the bell, so you do not miss when we go live. Give us a thumbs up; it's always greatly appreciated. And I tend to have a look through the little top fans section at points, and if anyone that tickles my giggle pickle, I tend to go and subscribe to them as well. So see if you can get in that list as well. I'm just going to have a quick drink of my coffee. But please do let us know who is in here. I don't know you're here unless you make yourself known. So drop yourself into the chat. Ask me anything, any questions that you may have, or queries or anything. Feel free. I will also preface that there will be loud noise warnings throughout this. I will try and minimise that as best as possible. I'm not about the tub with a washing machine that's going on at the minute. The joys of a garage workshop. But yeah, we will be firing up the table saw at some point. There will be sanders going as well. So yeah, you have been fair warned. I said it like that guy who does the auction program then. All in fair warned. So yeah, that is the plan for today. We are going to be making, hopefully, this into some, actually, coasters. Into this sort of thing. I would love to be able to understand what you've just written in the chat there, but unfortunately, I can't. But hello to you. Thank you very much for being the first person in the chat. Whereabouts are we from? Sleepy? Care to explain? Oh. Yeah. So what we're going to do first is, because last week when we were here, we managed to get these ones sanding down, and that one. But this one was still in glue up. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start the process of sanding this down. Really annoying. Do you know what? I am going to try something with this one, and you will see in a moment what I'm going to do. So let me get a few things set up and we'll get cracking. As I said, you have been pre-warned. There will be a bit of a loud noise warning as I am going to do the table saw. You have been warned. Thank you very much for whoever just gave the thumbs up. Much appreciated. Right, let's get cracking.
No.
what we're making, I will show you. We are currently in the process of turning pallet wood, i.e. this sort of stuff, from this to this, into these, to then get cut up, to eventually get all sanded up, polished, and then eventually do something like that. So we are stocking up, ready for Crimble, or for the holidays. We are making some fabulous new sets of coasters. That is the plan. So what we need to do at this moment in time is we're taking this piece, because I've already made these two already, which are ready and sanded down. And yeah, so that's the process that we're doing now. We're just getting this all sanded down, all nice and neat. And then eventually, a little bit later on, hopefully within the next, I'd say, half an hour or so, we'll get them cut up into the shapes and sizes that I'm after. And then later on this afternoon, we'll then get sanding down, making them all nice, polish them up, and then eventually, maybe by the end of today, we might be able to get a finish on. If we don't get a finish on today, it may be next Wednesday. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure that you do hit the subscribe button, ding dong bell, so you do not miss when we go live. We tend to go live every Wednesday. It is Workshop Wednesday for a reason. So yeah, don't miss out on that. Yes, coasters are a little fancy. But if I'm going to make a nice coffee table for somebody, which I have done for myself and for a few other people, nice set of coasters to go along with it. And they are handmade, and they are all made from, as you can see up here, reclaimed pallets, all from wood that was destined to be thrown away, scrapped, burnt, destroyed. And I've given it, yeah, a second chance. Instead of being destroyed, it's coming here and being turned into something nice. Oh, you say that? Like that. Or something like that. There I am. Yeah, some of them are. This is why I quite like, because working with pallet wood, because all those different shades were all from different pallets, all from different pieces of wood that I pulled off a pallet wood. Well, yeah, the smaller one is more handy, but the larger one is more a charcuterie board, more a table centerpiece. Whereas that, yeah, is just a block for cutting your carrots on. Right, so if you've got any other questions, feel free to drop them in. I do need to get cracking with the sanding on this one, so I am going to quickly start. What I will do is I'll just lower you down so you can see what's going on. But yeah, if you do have any questions, drop them in, and I will stop. I will come and have a conflab with you, so feel free. This is why I work with pallet wood, because if you look at that end, still pretty rough. And the bit that I've done, do you know what I mean? When that's got a finish on it and it's all polished off and oh, it's going to be delightful. I wish I just to answer a question that you posed me there. I wish I had a planer machine. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using this as much as I do. And also, feel free if you are subscribed, go back a few videos because I did make a mistake with the belt sander. It's nothing to do with the rug that's underneath, but yes, it's to do with that hand there. So yeah, feel free to go back a few videos, and it might explain as to. Depends whereabouts you are. If you're just around the corner, feel free, or a bit late. Yeah, to be fair, I've got a little side that I need to do, so. Yeah, a bit of a trek that. By the time you'd have brought this across, yeah, probably about halfway through tomorrow. So, I like the thought. Thank you very much. Just bear with me 1 second. Just need to find something, which I know it's in my garage somewhere. I just don't know where that somewhere is. Oh, there. It makes me happy to see so many people in here. Sorry, that just looked up. So, lumber guy, I'm very well. How are you? Well, I'm hoping this comes across okay. Rather than running through the microphone on my actual phone, you're running through the headphones. So whenever I put my ear defenders on, the headphones block out the noise so that it's not that loud. So I think 1 minute if I try it without. How's that? Whereas if I do it now, there you go, a little tip for the day. Do I like Japanese carpentry? As you can probably tell, I'm not very good at it, but I appreciate it. Certain channels online that tickle your giggle pickle. I think it's just they have a knack for, or that sort of carpentry has a knack for just hitting the spot. So I don't think anybody can say they don't, if they like woodwork, doesn't like it. So yeah, I say I do. Why is this? Will you turn around and say, by the way, this is the sort of stuff I do? Because if you do, I'm on my way to you. Subscribe to me. It's just ding dong the bell, and then I'll subscribe to you once I'm off here. In this day and age, does it matter? You're not. I get it. You're not putting up a pagoda in downtown Tokyo, but still, you're using the style that obviously they created to then build upon. Because like we all look towards like say Amish style of building over in the States, but technically that sort of building originated from carpentry from other countries even before America existed. They just used the skills that they'd learned to then create that sort of style. Because if we're talking about putting oak beams in buildings, you can't really look past a cathedral in the UK without having an oak beam going through it. So that's a clever way of doing it. I'm envious of you, pal. If I could do it myself, I would do it, but I can't. Maybe one day. Never say never. So, to answer your question, what we are currently making, just a quick breakdown. Obviously, taken pallet wood from up here, got it broken apart, turned it into these strips, into these panels. I've currently got these so far, and they will eventually turn into just these. Nice, simple, easy little my what I like to call my 5 kg coasters. However, I know that there's 6 stripes on these, so they're a little bit different. But yeah, that is eventually what they should hopefully turn it to be all from wood that was destined to be binned, scrapped, thrown away, destroyed. But yeah, that's the plan. So what I'm doing at the minute is I'm getting it all sanded down in one big piece, so that eventually I'll cut them all into the little segments, and then they'll get shaped, put into bundles, and then see, I've never tried selling through YouTube. I'd like to be able to. I do always kind of like. I don't see. This is the difficulty with social media as a whole that I've found is if I was to look, I've lost loads of views now that I'm talking about sales. A load of you kind of left as soon as I talk about sales, so it's one of them, a bit of a catch-22. Like, I do have an Etsy page, I do sell on like Gumtree and sort of stuff like that. But as soon as I mention it on any sort of socials, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or on here, which I am on all of them, it just like rats on a sinking ship. Everyone just kind of diverts away. So it's really difficult because this is a really good platform for me to be able to sell stuff on. But you know, yes, people do. But social media is used for that, unless I'm like, I've not got the body for OnlyFans. I've got to make coasters. Do you know what I mean? I've got to use the internet to my advantage. Like I've got posts on here that drew in on Instagram and stuff that have drawn in decent crowds and stuff like that. But yeah, the ones where I kind of go, oh yeah, are you interested in this? Because I'm obviously trying to build up stock ready for the holiday season. That's what the purpose of this is. But as soon as I mention it, everyone disappears. Yes, I've heard of the TWC. I don't think anybody on any social media hasn't now. His shorts are legendary. Thank you for your opinion on don't angle the sander down or you'll make a divot. I'm currently trying to remove, I don't know whether you can see it, I'm trying to remove a divot. That's why I'm trying to do that. But I am doing really gentle over the bits. I am doing, but yeah, I try and avoid it if I can. The joys of pallet wood, I suppose. So, I think I've got these sanded as nice as I can. Thank you very much. It is always appreciated. What are we making? So we're turning this from this, which was this, well, something like this, into these. Nice and easy. Really simple make. So we're making nice little, yeah, coasters. Which hopefully, given that's quite nice, but given the variation of the wood that I've got, once that's all sanded down and polished up, I think it should be quite nice. Right, I need to now mark up the bits that I don't really want included in the coasters. Are you a carpenter? Do I have a joint or a thickness there? I wish I did. I have a belt sander and a small modicum of patience. That's about as far as I go with that. Am I a carpenter? Carpenter, I guess you mean. I wish I was. I have no idea. Like, I've been doing this for a little bit. I say a little bit since lockdown. You're going to be a groove writer? No. Wish I did. As I say, belt sander. Wish I did. But it all costs money and no one's buying my coasters. But still, I'll make them. Someone will one day. That's not me pleading for sympathy. That's just me just stating a fact. But if I keep showing up, maybe one day. That's it. I'm here. I'm loud and I'm proud. Thank you. I wish I had a jointer, but I don't. So I can't. I wish I won the lottery. Oh, I wish I could find the tool that I'm currently looking for, but I can't. Oh well, can't find what I'm looking for. I don't really need it, to be honest. I just know that I want to get rid of this there. That needs to go. So a little bit of a recess here that can possibly be worked out. Get rid of the ends. About there, yeah. About there. See, I got a little bit there, so I'm going to go for right on the very end. I don't have a Discord, but I have been tempted to possibly consider looking at one. Even a hand planer would save you hours of sanding if the wood is only. I know, but I'll be totally honest. I have a wood planer. It is a very nice planer. It is a Stanley planer that my granddad gave me, and well, it didn't give me. I inherited off him. Once he passed away, it was going on in his garage, and I have no idea how to sharpen it. And I'm a bit resistant, as you can probably tell. I'm a Northern Englishman. I'm a bit resistant about spending money. So I work with the tools that I know how to work with. And I know, yeah, I probably will save a lot of time doing that. I would save a lot of time just going to the shop and buying my own coasters. It's all perspective. But yes, I don't have Discord. I will join you over on your channel though, because I like the cut of your jib. Right, just bear with me 1 second. I need to go grab some tool. I say some tool. Big tool. Well, so step build, what you've just done there, and I will be watching if you create it, if you've just created a video idea for yourself. So what you need to do there is create the video. I will then come watch. I will learn from you. You become huge, and I learn how to sand a planer. Show me. Create the video, and I'll come watch. Tag me in it, so I don't miss it. And if you've made it already, well, point it out to me, and I'll come across and have a look. I don't want to look at everyone else's videos. I want you to teach me. Well, I'll tell you what, buy yourself a cheap one and demonstrate it. Now, I was going to say, if you're into Japanese carpentry, I can't imagine sandpaper and a piece of glass doing you well in. Night, Nick. Thank you very much for joining in. Yeah, I may see you next Wednesday before you fall asleep. This is really weird because I'm about to go and have lunch. Strange, isn't it?
And one of my mini clamps. Oh, that's good. Uh, Jesus Christ.
Right, I'm currently just in the process of trying to figure out how to make a bloody jig so I don't have to keep measuring each individual bloody coaster out. But we're just going to try and figure out how to bloody get it attached without getting in the way. That might work. Perfect. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them now into sizes of about 11 centimeters long, because I want the eventual coasters to be about 10 centimeters long. They're going to have a beveled edge on them on all sides, so I've measured them a little bit longer than what I need to, so that when I do a bit of sanding, doing the edges and stuff like that, it will eventually be the size that I'm after. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to get this recorded as well, I'm going to switch you across. I'm going to unplug you from there. You're going to move across there. I can still see you. I can still hear you. Yeah. Right, let's do a test run. Oh, thanks, mate. Morning, hey. How are you? I've been part of your breakfast. Let's have you facing the wall, shall we? That's always a good idea when doing a live stream. Yeah, look at the wall. Right. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 sets. 1, 2, 4 sets. 5. Oh, lovely. So you should have about 6 sets of 4 coasters. God willing. Should be nice. Ran into a bit of an issue here, lads. I've been a bit excited with the sander, and I've sanded it on a bit of an angle. So I need to figure out how to remove that. What I might do is take a shallow pass. If I've got like a flat side, take a shallow pass through the table saw, cut a little bit off, and then I can sand it then flat. So then they're all uniform sized. That's the idea anyway. That's what we're going to try and do. But yes, do remember. I might try and do first is find a thick edge. Take a little bit off. So that's what we're going to do next.
That drill didn't work. So we did that one. That was good. Fine. What's through? Hello. I think I need to cut one.
Sometimes for the sawdust I will wear a mask, but mainly as I'm outside. Technically, I'm outside the garage door here, so I am outside. So most of the dust tends to fly out and vacate. Thanks, mate, for saying I made good shots, you cheeky little devil, you. A little bit on there, a little bit this, a little bit that side. A little bit down there. A lot off that. A lot of that. A lot of that. A lot of that. A little bit of that. A little bit off that side. Some off there. And that side. That side. That edge. That edge. That edge. That's a little bit different. Right. So, as we have reached almost the hour of 2 o'clock, I think it is almost time for me to say goodbye. It has been an absolute lovely pleasure having you here. Thank you very much for having joined us. I will go and have a look at some of your channels. If you have subscribed to me, ding dong that bell. I will come and have a look at your channels. Some step builds. I am on my way. But thank you very much for joining. We're on the journey. We've finally got from. What have we done today? So we've finally gone from sticks like this into blanks like this. So the next step is to shape it, size it, sand it. What I have done, as you will notice, I've made little marks where I've sanded, and it's not been particularly perfect, so it just needs taking in a little bit on that side. So I've made marks on that, so that'll be the next step. But we are getting there. So thank you very much for joining. It has been a pleasure, as always, and I will hopefully see you all soon. How are we doing? You alright?